Hey everybody, Alchemist Lion here, and today we're putting Rick Grimes into Save the World. Let's take a look. So before we go into it, I'm a big fan of The Walking Dead. I was really excited. I can't wait for a Negan one. You know Negan's coming out, but I already did a Daryl Dixon loadout. I kind of like taking a lot of the heroes that Battle Royale is getting, and because we don't actually get the heroes in Save the World with their own unique perks, trying to find heroes that can complement the character in their essence. And so I've done it with a few of them. Like I said, I did it with Daryl. I haven't done it with Michonne yet, just because I pretty much figured it was going to be Paleo Luna, and I try to avoid them. Kind of why I avoided this too, because I'm using a weapon that is probably one of the more overpowered weapons in the game. But it is a little harder to get. It hasn't come out recently. I used a weapon voucher to get mine, and I don't regret it. In fact, we'll cover that right now. This is the last word. It is one of the best pistols. I would say probably second to the Paper Shredder. Maybe the Mythic Storm King's pistol, but I don't know. It's definitely in the top 3. There's a lot of good pistols in this game, surprisingly enough. This one is pretty awesome. What it does, so it's a mid-range revolver with limited magazine size. It has a magazine size of 6, but it does excellent headshot damage. So let's focus on that for a second. I suck at aiming. You'll notice in my videos, like half the shots I'm hitting aren't headshots. If you're really good at aiming, this loadout is even better. If you're aiming down sight, the weapon becomes slow, but it is more precise, or you can rapidly fire it from the hip for a more damaging, less accurate spray of bullets. The problem with that is I found it was glitchy. You had to switch your weapon out or do an ability to sometimes kick it back in. So if you notice your weapon fires slow, you just want to do a quick switch and get back to it and make sure that fire, because that's really what we're going to focus on, is that rapid fire. Especially me. I'm a spray kind of player. Most of my game style is very much like that. So that's what I focus on. And that's really what makes this loadout and this weapon very good. So let's look at the perks. I am doing a crit rating, so I'm getting a 43% hit chance of critical damage with double crit damage. So look at that, it's 420%. The DPS on this is already deadly. I made it 144 and I've never looked back. I've had this 144 for a while. I'll swap out weapons occasionally. I've never swapped out this one. I really enjoy this weapon. And so we have that. I also do reload speed. I hate slow reload, so I have that set up. The fire rate, like I said, it's really good, especially that rapid fire, as long as the gun's not glitched out. So the loadout really starts here. So this is one of those weapon hero type combo loadouts where you want both to get the really best bang for your buck on this. Now we're going to take a look at the hero loadout. So it starts with the commander, and the commander we're using is Quickdraw Calamity, and these two together, the last word with Quickdraw, it's a force. The reason for it is because 6-shooter, it increases your pistol damage by 60%. That is some of the best damage increase buff you can get. Not only that, she's also adding impact by 75% for the first 6 shots. You'll remember the last word is only 6 shots, so you never have to think about it. It automatically, you're always getting that extra pistol damage. So it's insane. It's an insane starting point, because that's just the start. So let's take a look at more. We're going to go with the team perk Totally Rockin' Out. And Totally Rockin' Out, for those who aren't aware, it increases the critical rating by 160, and then you also get some health. Now you'll notice and remember, my last word is all crit based, so I'm upping the critical even more and getting that 420% critical damage way more frequently. Now let's take a look at support. So the first thing we want to do is we want to support Totally Rockin' Out, and that's where I do the Fumble Battle Beat combo. Anytime you're using ranged weapons, this is the duo you put in play. Same with Stoneheart. If you're doing Totally Rockin' Out with Stoneheart, these are the two you want. So we have Varsity Hero. Eliminated enemies have a 7% chance to fumble a football when it's a standard perk. Rockin' Rift, it increases your damage by 50%. So remember, already getting massive amounts of damage, and we're increasing it more. And your melee attack speed increases, which we don't really utilize. And that's as the standard perk, which is really great. On top of Totally Rockin' Out, on top of the last word stuff, on top of the Calamity, we're getting some good numbers and some mega damage going on. And next we have Battle Beat to complement the Totally Rockin' Out and get that second hero in play there. And she also does the Rocking Rift, but her thing it would be eliminating 10 enemies in 9 seconds. So hers is a little slow to start, especially if you're only using the revolver. That's why I like using the turrets as well as the airstrikes to help activate Breakbeat's standard perk. Then we move on to Cyberclops and his Plasma Arc. So you'll notice that the last word I have set as energy. So Plasma Arc, what he's doing is he's 20% of the time zapping nearby enemies for 58% of the damage dealt. So that massive amount of damage the last word is doing to a single target is now being spread out 1 in every 5 shots amongst all the other characters around. On top of that, we're getting the explosive damage, or we should be if you have good aim and not like me, getting the explosive damage of the eliminations with headshots. So it's just, you're wiping out crowds pretty effortlessly. And now we have Energy Siphon, and I'm using Robo Ray simply because I paid money for her. You can also use Intergalactic Ken and throw him in there, but basically it's the Energy Siphon that we're looking for. And that's eliminations with energy damage, restore 8.5% of the missing shields. You're doing a lot of energy damage in this loadout. Everything is energy damage basically except for the airstrike. So you're constantly getting shields. So you're getting your health through Totally Rocking Out, and you're getting your shields through the energy damage to try to keep you alive, because you are a little slow as a soldier. And so I need those heals in play. And last on the list here, just to add a little more oomph to the loadout, is Make It Count. And she increases the pistol critical damage by 75%. So we have that 420 bonus that we're already getting with the last word and the way it's perked. Now we're adding to it. And yeah, it just, again, makes a very powerful punching tool to utilize in this loadout. Because it's really the only weapon I'm using, aside from the turrets and airstrikes. And so you'll see the gadgets, I have the turrets, I have the airstrikes. The other piece I'll add to this is that the war cry. Being able to pull out war cry. I try to use the dual pistols. In all honesty, you're basically weakening yourself because the last word is stronger than basically the minigun and the dual pistol abilities in this particular loadout. So to use those, you're almost putting yourself in harm's way. It's all about the pistol, popping Warcry, hitting the turrets, doing the airstrikes, and really just shredding as many husks as possible in the process. It's really fun. It's really cool just to be able to see heroes like this kind of translate into the game so that you can kind of get that, Walking Dead experience in Save the World. The Daryl Dixon one, I have to say, it might not be the most overpowered hero in the world, but I authentically feel like I'm playing as Daryl Dixon when I'm playing it. It's a cool experience. I highly recommend just trying to play with some of those. If you have some of these skins, why not utilize them and give yourself a different kind of gaming experience? But yeah, that's it for the video. I'm going to leave here with some clips of me just using this loadout and rocking it out. So thank you very much. Have yourself a great day. I'll catch you around.
We've got 10 minutes to take out as many husks as possible. If you bag enough husks, we win. If you don't, we don't. Don't forget to collect those husk and mist monster samples. Strike hard, strike fast, strike fear into the heart of the horde. Don't forget, the storm is closing in, so watch the map. We've got updated objectives. We've got creepers husking all over the place, but keep an eye out for encampment. Bonus challenge success. Good job, team. Storm's closing in. pull you out now.